Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Madden 2005 in the Oakland Raiders franchise mode. And we are back with an absolute doozy of a game, folks. Absolute doozy of a game. We have the best team in the NFL, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, here in Oakland, taking us on here from the NFC South. Now, the Buccaneers are one of the more fun teams, I guess, that have been in the sim since we've been running it. They have not had a losing record in the 4 years that we've been doing this. And not only have they not had a losing record, they've won their division 3 of those 4 years, man. So not only are the Buccaneers the best team this season, they've been one of the better teams in the entire league through this whole stretch of time. And that includes the retirements of, like, Brad Johnson and, like, losing like work done and stuff like that, like all this turnover that they've had, you know what I mean, and retirements and stuff. Like, they are still one of the best teams. They were 13-3 last season. They would have been the best team in the NFL last year had it not been for us. So we literally finished a game better than the Buccaneers, who took the top seed in the NFC, and have been big competitors in the playoffs. I want to say, I don't know. I'm not going to say. I have a hard time remembering the Super Bowls in our series. I'm trying to remember the winners. But I want to say that Tampa Bay's at least been there. I want to say they've at least played in one. But I don't want to speak ad term here. If you guys remember, you can, of course, remind me. But let's talk a little bit about the playoff hunt here, because we are now 7-5. We're on a good bit of a tear on a 3-game win streak. Really trying to keep that going, that momentum going, because we have to separate ourselves from the middle of the pack here in the AFC somehow, and it's going to be against teams like this, man. So this second half schedule is going to get a little bit grueling as we play against teams like Tampa Bay, but if we hold firm, we should be able to at least carve out a little bit of a path here. The path to at least, maybe 9 or 10 wins is pretty clear, but will that be enough to get us in the playoffs in the AFC this season? We do not know. So we have to continue just to play and win as much as we can as we stall out on offense on a pass out of bounds. That'll bring up a 4th down, and it should at least give Janikowski a chance here at a 55-yarder, though. That is an absolute moonshot of a ball that's going to have to go in, and Janikowski kicks it, and oh my goodness, he could have made it from 60. Believe me, he could have made it from 60. I think he could have. Maybe that's just me talking. I think it could have been 60. So, on the other side of the ball here, Tampa Bay's offense is moving here, but it is a 3rd down. But that pass is going to be completed, and now off to the races. Is anybody going to catch him in pursuit here? I don't know if anybody could catch him. Wow, somebody did. Someone did catch him. He is caught. But that was a huge pickup for Charles Lee for Tampa Bay's offense. And now Jon Kitna is going to finish the job. And yes, you heard me correctly, Jon Kitna. Jon Kitna is the starting quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and has been for the last few seasons. So they've done all of this work that they've done with Jon Kitna here at starting quarterback. That's what they've done. So Ricky Dudley was able to get the touchdown for the Buccaneers as they take the lead. But now we are moving on offense once again here in a 7-3 ball game. So 1st and 10 for the Raiders now after that last play. And Couch going to float this one out once again. Pass is made. He's pushed on the other side of the line to gain. It looks like the ref is probably going to spot him maybe a yard short. I don't know. It looked like a 1st down. I don't know about that. I think Porter had it. I think Jerry Porter definitely had the 1st down. Watch your spot. But they're going to say he was short. So 3rd and 2 now. We're going to fast forward to for the Raiders, and Couch is going to throw for it here. Pocket collapsing, and he lets go of it. It's a throw to the flat to Morian Norris, and Morian Norris is going to get dragged into the end zone. He did it, man. He did it. I believe that's receiving touchdown number 2 in the year for Morian Norris, and that was just a dangerous play as Tim Couch found himself under some pressure quickly. He was definitely had to be a little bit concerned. The pressure was on. But he manages to get it to Morian Norris here, and he turns into a touchdown. So let's give credit to Morian Norris, who already had an amazing block earlier in the game. If you guys saw the replay, he had an amazing block. So that is a touchdown for the Raiders, and now the score is going to be 10-7. Had to remember real quick. But Michael Pittman making us suffer a little bit on the ground, but Jon Kitna is going to continue the reign of terror, or not, as that pass is deflected and it ends to the ground. So that's going to bring up a 4th down for the Buccaneers. Now they're going to have to rely on their kicking team, and I think it's Gramatica. I think Gramatica still kicks for Tampa Bay at this time in the sim, if I'm not mistaken. I think Gramatica still kicks. The legacy of Gramatica in Florida, kicking in Florida. Look that up. It's a thing. It's a real thing. But now we are tied up at 10 here late in the 1st quarter. It's already been an eventful first frame, and Tim Couch finally giving up some goodies to the defense as he gets interception number 14 on the year. Miscue. And Josh Reed is just letting him hear it, giving him an earful, just letting him hear it. Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know. I think Couch probably thought that he was going to move, Thought that defender was going to shift out of the way. Didn't think he was just kind of holding that zone. I'm not sure. Not a good pick here, but 10-10, we're still going to have a tied-up game here in this, de facto Super Bowl rematch, because I don't think we've played the Buccaneers since the series has started. But, yeah, it's kind of a rematch of the Super Bowl, if you will. But the Buccaneers with a great offensive opportunity, and Kidna is going to cash in on it as he sends a ball to the end zone, and that pass is completed for another Tampa Bay touchdown. I couldn't quite see who it was. Tampa Bay's got a weird receiving core. It's a very, very weird combination of players. I'll say that much. So, but now moving the other way here. Now Justin Fargas is done, man. Look at him. Burst of speed here. Gets through, and it's in a foot race. Again, another foot race, and Justin Fargas is going to win it, man, as he gets a humongous rushing touchdown. Found the open hole, man. Busted through the seam, and that was just it. And Morgan Norris, man, laying the lumber. Absolutely laying the lumber down. Creating open pass here for Fargas to even do what he is doing. So that is touchdown number 12 for Justin Fargas. And now we are back on offense and creating more havoc through the air, man. It is a no-fly, or rather, I was going to say it's a no-fly zone, but I guess that would work for the defense. You can't stop us? I don't know. They have no defense? I don't know. Something like that. And Tim Couch is going to let this one fly in triple coverage. Okay. Now, I'm talking all the smack about our receiving core, and then Tim Couch wants to throw it in triple coverage. I'm not entirely sure. Throw it to Teo Johnson, of all people. You're going to trust your tight end in triple coverage? What are we doing, Tim Couch? What on earth are we doing? Either way, that's going to bring up a kicking opportunity for Janikowski, and he nails it through again, man. These are long ones. These 50-plus yarders. I mean, I figured he was pretty good there. I've said it before, but, yeah, he's done pretty well. So 20-17 is the score. We stop Tampa Bay and get the ball back once again here, but Tim Couch is going to get gobbled up here in a strip sack, and he's going to fumble the football, and Tampa Bay is going to land on top of it. So everything was going a little bit too well, and Tim Couch had to just kind of correct everything in the Madden world. So Tampa Bay with another golden opportunity here, under 2 minutes left in the first half, in a very tight ball game. Looking to see potentially over 40 points in the first half if Tampa Bay can have their way. As time's ticking away, they're running pretty quickly here. Kitna is going to get gobbled up quickly. Oh, my goodness. Pressure was in almost immediately. It looks like we sent a DB or something, man. But it got home to Kitna very quickly here. We didn't get a good look, but now 2nd and 14. They're still moving with tempo. Kitna drops back to pass here, unloads it across the middle of the field, and that pass is completed, but still very much shy of the line to gain. So the ball's going to be spotted a couple of yards short on a 3rd and about 2 or so. And Kitna's going to take the snap again, running with the hurry up, and pressure gets home again. Oh, John Kitna, it's okay, buddy. Pick yourself up, man. Just dust yourself off as pressure just keeps getting applied, man. That's why you invest in the defensive line here, for things like that. And now we're forcing Tampa Bay to take 3 points when they could have probably had 6 at least. So that's the kind of thing that defense is doing for you. But still, it is a 20-20 ball game. With 30 seconds, Tim Couch and the Raiders want to get something done at least before the half is done. And Justin Gage across the middle once again. That's where he loves to sit. A dangerous place for a receiver to be, but Justin Gage, he tells you pressure builds diamonds. So that's all he would say to you. Now 17 seconds here, running a little bit quicker. And Tim Couch finds Justin Fargas along the sidelines. I don't know if they're going to say it was good. That looked out of bounds. We're going to get another look at it. I don't think that was very good. Let's see if he's got the feet in. 1, 2. Yeah, he's toe dragging. It's wherever you say he has possession, but at the point of catch here, he definitely has both feet in. So whatever. Under 10 seconds now, we're going to try and get it a little bit closer on 3rd down, and Tim Couch just, I don't know. That's not even his fault. I just know whatever. It wasn't caught. The ball was not caught. I think Justin Gage dropped it. So, rare drop for him, but it is dropped. So, bring up Janikowski for another field goal opportunity here with just a handful of seconds left to go, and it is good. So, we managed to take the lead once again over Tampa Bay because they just will not stay down, folks. They won't stay down. 23-20 over Tampa as we are now heading into the second half. And you know this game's only going to get more intense. We just saw what happened in Miami in the last week. We can only expect more chaos back in Oakland with the best team in the NFL. I mean, come on. But Justin Gage manages to get another reception across the middle of the field because, again, that's where he lives. So Tim Couch back to pass once again here. Pocket is collapsing, but he gets it off to who else, man? 87 across the middle once again. I don't know if there's another game plan. I think Holmgren came in, offensive coordinator, and Norv just told him, like, dude, just send Justin Gage across the middle. He's going to get it every time. And he's like, okay, I won't argue it. I see the numbers. And speaking of numbers here, Justin Fargas continues to add to his as he gets touchdown number 13 on the year with that one right there. He's having himself a great year again, man. I'm so happy that Justin Justin Fargas is continuing to contribute after getting a nice little payday from us. But you know who else is contributing finally? Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman is now finally contributing here to the Tampa Bay offensive efforts here. He's got over 500 yards and 5 touchdowns on the season, but we haven't seen a whole lot of Pittman in this game, but he's finally making his presence felt here in Oakland. Oh, Woolfolk, man. Woolfolk got thrown out of his shoes. He was there defensively. He was in the right place, but just made the wrong adjustment, I guess, the wrong call. Thought Pittman was going to do something that he didn't do. So either that's a touchdown for Tampa Bay, and they are now back into this one. But Justin Gage says, hey, anything you can do, we can do better here. Shoves one guy off, man, making a miss. Now just relying on the legs, relying on the Jets, and it's another Raiders touchdown, courtesy of the Big 87, man. One of my favorite acquisitions on this channel. I don't think there will ever be a better one. I think that trade for Justin Gage, man, And I think the Bears are doing pretty good this season, too. So maybe this is a trade that works out for both parties. Who knows? Maybe they're enjoying Kerry Collins. I don't know. But that's touchdown number, whatever. And he had 12 coming into this game, so that's at least one more. Add one more to the tally here, if you can. So, but again, we're back on offense here as Tampa's offense is finally starting to slow down a little bit. Our defense is doing its job here. And Josh Reed is getting involved here. Hey, Josh Reed, how you doing? So, a 10-point game here over Tampa, and now we're going to hand it off to Fargas to try and get another touchdown. Do not tell me, man, having himself another career day. And we've seen these multiple touchdown games before for Fargas. He's had a few, man, especially the 3 touchdown variety. He's had a couple. He's certainly had a couple, man. He's no slouch. He's definitely padding the stats. So 44-27, this game is quickly spiraling out of control for the Buccaneers. But they still have as many weapons as we do. And now, oh my God, yeah, no one's catching that. No one is catching that. Look at that. Wheels off to the races. And it's Charles Lee again here, the top receiver for Tampa Bay. He's just been everywhere. Over 700 yards and 8 touchdowns heading into this game here. And he is definitely contributing his share. And Phil Buchanan, man, that was a good effort. I mean, he was in the right spot. He made a play on the ball, was in the right spot, then tried to make the tackle, just couldn't bring him down. I mean, you got to make that play, absolutely. With 2 opportunities, you have to make that play. But it was a good effort from Phil Buchanan, so I'm not super mad about it. But 44-34 is now the score after the third quarter. I tried to rhyme it there. I tried to make it like a rap, kind of. I don't know. It didn't work. Fourth quarter now, but we are still holding on to a 10-point lead, and we are across midfield, so we have a chance to bust it open once again because, again, no lead is sacred with this defense, apparently, and Teo Johnson gets us another first down. So 1st and 10, just outside of the red zone of Tampa Bay. Couch going to throw for it again here. Plenty of time. Gets rid of it, and that catch is made, and it's in the end zone for a touchdown to Teo Johnson once again, baby. And Teo Johnson, man, he hasn't had a touchdown. He's got like over 400 yards in the season up to this point, but he hasn't had a touchdown. So that's Teo Johnson's first touchdown on the year, if you can believe it. And this is certainly not Michael Pittman's first touchdown of the year. It's not going to be a touchdown because Phil Buchanan tracked him down. Sorry, I got excited. I forgot Phil Buchanan tracks him down, but he does. Good play from Phil Buchanan, man. He's not going to give up another touchdown. That's what he says. I'm not giving up another one. You're not going to do it. You're not giving up another one. But I think, unfortunately, he did. I think so. Or maybe, I don't know. That's Esau Reese picking himself up, but Phil Buchanan was over there. So Tampa Bay does score again. Now it's another 10-point game once again. Kidna under pressure unloads and finds an open receiver, and now Tampa's on the attack as time is of the essence, and they still have 2 possessions that they have to make up somewhere. So 2.5 minutes left to go, but they have a new lease on life after that reception. Once again to Lee. And Kitna is moving these Buccaneers downfield. And again, another huge completion along the sideline on the other side of the field. You get Hannibal Navies out there in coverage. I have no idea why. Trying to cover Snoop Snell, a round 2 pick for the Buccaneers from Cal. So we've had a couple Cal receivers on the channel in the last couple weeks. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Cal, I guess, is producing wide receivers in this Madden 05 sim, I guess. But we still managed to stop the Buccaneers. So Grammatica bring him out here for another field goal. And Tampa at least needs 3 at some point. So they managed to get it here. You know, they need 10, but that includes 3 points. So they're going to get their 3 points, and they're just going to trust in their defense here. And I don't know why you would. Well, I guess that's why, because they stopped us. So Tampa Bay gets a stop here with a minute left on the clock. They have an opportunity now on offense, or they're going to get an opportunity on offense to at the very least tie the football game. And that's going to be huge for the Buccaneers. Absolutely huge. Massive. So on a 3rd and 16, though, Kitna's going to get gobbled up here, and that's going to be a 4th down as Nnamdi Asomugha on the cornerback blitz once again gets home to Kitna, and that is going to bring up 4th and 16 for Tampa here, down to the last play. Kitna back to pass here. Plenty of time. Floats this one out, and it's caught for a first down. So Tampa Bay's drive and their game will not end things are going to continue, they will get another opportunity here. And I think that was Snoop Snell once again. Was that? I believe it was. It's such a great name. It's the only reason I wrote it down. It hasn't done anything this year, but it's just such a cool name. So Tampa Bay once again moving here. Kitna lets this one fly down the sidelines. It's caught once again. Oh, don't tell we're gonna do this again. Don't tell we're gonna do it again. Tampa Bay now at R25. They're running back up to the line here. They don't have any timeouts, so they have to move quickly here. So 20 seconds left to go here. Kitna going to get the spike down. Clock it at 19 seconds. So it's dangerous. Tampa Bay's got to be very careful with what they do here. Again, no timeouts. After a couple plays, we're down to 15 seconds. Kitna lets this one fly to the end zone, and that pass is broken up on a third down. Eso Reese getting his hands on it. And that's going to bring up 4th and 10 for the Buccaneers. Just 9 seconds. Do or die time. Last play, man, probably regardless of timing and situation. Kitna, one more shot to the end zone, and it is broken up once again. I believe that time, it looks like it might have been Ed Reed. We'll get another look at it. No, it's Phillip Buchanan. Phillip Buchanan with the heroics here at the end of the game. You love to see it, baby, and that's how this one's going to end. 51-44, we hold on to win another close and tight battle here as the Coliseum's starting to thin out. I don't know if you guys have noticed, man, but the seats are a little bit empty. Coliseum starting to thin out already. The Raider Nation has lost a little bit of faith in their squad here, hovering around 500. They're expecting more from this team, and so are we. We expect a lot more from this team. It's been very disappointing for us as well, but we managed to come up big here, beat the best team in the NFL, hand them their second loss, and snap their 11-game win streak, man. They lost the first game of the season and just won out, basically, until today. They come to Oakland from Tampa and are walking out of here as losers. So we will definitely probably see them in the playoffs. Not like we will see them in the Super Bowl, like a rematch. That'd be cool. But like they will be there. Like we'll see them. Us as viewers will see Tampa in the playoffs. We still got to fight to get there if it's possible for us to still get there. But now at 8-5, the path looks a little bit clearer. And again, guys, the AFC West has been very competitive. Every team is kind of hovering around the same place that we are. So if we manage to win a couple more games, we could probably separate ourselves a lot. But coming out of this, back to the hub rule, we pick up another win against the Patriots, extending our win streak to 4. So we're on a huge tear right now. Actually, it's 5, I think. I think it's 5. I think the Buccaneers game was 4. I think we won a game before that Chiefs game on screen. So that takes us into the Broncos game. The Broncos are 7-7. But looking over the playoff standings now, the Ravens are 10-4. The Titans are 10-4. We currently hold the 3 seed at 9-5 out of the West. The Colts are 9-5 as well. And there's the Chargers at 9-5 as well. So they're listed at 5. They would probably be, they'd probably be the 5th seed if everything ended today how it is. Or the Colts would be the 6th, and the Dolphins would be, I think, the 4th out of the East at 8-6. So it's still a bit of a logjam. The Broncos aren't out of it either at 7-7 either. So it's still a very, very tight race that we have towards the end. We have to keep winning at 9-5. We essentially probably have to win out and finish 11-5 to even really get into the playoffs. So that's a crazy place to be in. Going 10-6 might not do it, man. It might not. So I hope to see you guys in a tough game here back at home with Denver and the Broncos.